This is the Healthy Business Podcast, the show for ambitious business owners who want to grow and scale in a healthy way. I'm Sarah Cook, and I'll be sharing with you tips, inspiration, and proven methods from leading business experts, entrepreneurs, and health and wellness professionals to help you grow your business with more income and having more impact, but in a way that works for you. Because when you have clarity and strategy, you can achieve the results you want. Hello and welcome. This is Sarah Cook and this is the Healthy Business Podcast. I am going to be talking today about why it's important to not do things on your own. Being alone and running your business can feel really, really hard, but it can also be so detrimental to your results. So I'm going to give to you today 6 reasons why I don't think you should be running your business on your own. And this doesn't mean that you can't have a business that is solely yours and that you are that business owner. What I'm really talking about is being surrounded by like-minded people who get what you're doing and why you're doing it. It is so, so powerful. So as I said, I'm going to share with you 6 reasons why I think you should be doing that and the importance of each of those different things and what you can do about that as well. So first of all, it's about that collective wisdom. It's that kind of more heads are better than one, isn't it? So consulting with others gives you a broader perspective on things. It gives you different lenses to look through because we've all got different experiences. We've all got different knowledge. We've been on different journeys. We've maybe part of different cultures, explored different parts of the world, lived in different parts of the world as well. So having different lenses when it comes to ideas, when it comes to problem solving, that collective wisdom, that sounding board can be so, so powerful. And it gives us different perspectives on things. The second reason is to push your limits. Now, I'm all about kind of striving and growing and scaling your business in a way that works for you. But when we're working on our own, we can quite often find excuses, can't we? We can, always say, oh, there's always tomorrow, or find a reason to do something else. Whereas if we have that kind of collective motivation, we're inspired by other people taking action. And also it gives us that opportunity to collaborate and expand in different ways. It will push your limits. So what you think is possible can be extended. Anything is possible, but knowing how to do that and where to push those limits, knowing what your limits are and actually reframing what you think your limits are. You don't need to be stuck in a box. This is about you growing and scaling and moving out of that comfort zone into that learning zone and that next level of success for you. And each time we do that, that means we do have to push through those limits. And that can feel quite emotional. We can have all those mindset monkeys that come up for us. So having that support of people around you that say, come on, you can do this, or, that motivation or pushing your limits it's an incredible thing to be part of. And then the third thing is that support, and kind of linked to what I was just talking about, that collective support, that collective belief. You're in a trusted, safe space to ask questions, to lean on others, and knowing that you've got that there, that you aren't having to figure stuff out on your own is really important. Because when we are having those little wobbles, and we all have those wobbles, those days where everything just feels, kind of a bit too much, or we maybe we don't have the energy in the same way, and we're just feeling a bit, having that collective supports, that group of people that is a trusted safe space, and say, hey, look, this is how I'm feeling. They can give you that support and kick you back up again. And, whether it's a kick up the bum that you need, or whether it's that positive energy, whatever it is, but also knowing that you've got a safe space that you can ask questions and, lean on others, because it's really incredible to be able to support other people who are going through those wobbles as well. When you're feeling completely on fire, when you're so in flow and someone else is having that wobble, it can feel amazing to be able to support other people as well. So that kind of collective support, that collective belief. And fourthly, it's about new ideas. More minds mean different approaches to achieving your success goals. And this is really key as well. There's always, there's different ways to cut a pie. There's different ways to skin a cat, all of those different phrases that we hear, right? Like there's always different ways to explore things. But also your pathways to success are, or, can be looked at differently by different people, because there's different minds there, and we all have different approaches to things. And someone else might have done something in that way and can share their experience, or suggest a slightly alternative way that fits better with your goals, with your values, with your strengths. There is no cookie cutter approach to things, and having different opportunities to discuss different ways to achieve your goals is really valid and really valuable as well. My fifth reason for not going it alone is to have that borrowed motivation. So, seeing other people that are achieving success. Now, this is a huge part of growth mindset and fixed mindset. Whereas, if you're in that sort of growth mindset space, which I hope a lot of you are, and if you're not quite there, then listen to some of the previous podcast episodes, which talk specifically about growth mindset. And this is really when you're looking at that kind of borrowed motivation, taking inspiration from other people's successes. If other people are absolutely smashing their goals, you can have that conversation with them. You can see what they're doing and what actions they're taking, and glean that inspiration from them, rather than kind of saying, oh, well, that person's doing well because of X, Y, and Z, and kind of finding reasons as to why you're not quite where you want to be. So that sort of borrowed motivation can be really beneficial. Again, when you're having those wobbles, when you're having those moments and you're doubting yourself, or you're setting yourself huge stretch goals, which, let's be honest, is really exciting. But we can have goals, but if we don't take action towards them, and we don't have that strategy, that plan in place, and continue to take inspired action, and continue to take those steps forward, then we're not going to hit those goals. We're not going to see the success that we've put in our plans, in our goals. So taking that inspiration from others is just an incredible space to be. And I think it's also worth mentioning at this point that, it's finding the right type of people for you. There's lots of groups, and, social media can feel quite smoke and mirrors occasionally, and those relationships can feel quite fickle. And in all honesty, I've been burnt quite a lot, and I've been part of groups, I've been part of masterminds, I've worked with certain coaches that on the outside have felt great, but as soon as I've kind of come into their inner circle, seeing that lack of integrity, or seeing something that just doesn't sit right for me, you have to take your time and understand which group is going to be the right one for you. So it's really important to do that. And one of the reasons that I set up my mastermind is because I wanted to bring all the good stuff that I had experienced into a space to help people thrive. And it's not just about running a business, it's about thriving in life as well. And that's part of the reason that I call my mastermind Thrive, because I want people to thrive and see the success both in business and in life. And I bring together an amazing group of women who all want to grow and scale their business, but not at the expense of their health, not at the expense of burnouts, not at the expense of not seeing their kids or being able to go on holiday. So one of the big things that I also bring into my mastermind, and this is the sixth point of being surrounded by other people and not going on your own, is accountability. Because you can't make excuses to other people. If you've told someone that you are going to commit to it and you're going to show up and you're going to deliver this thing, then you're much more likely to do it, because you are going to take action, because you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting other people down. And as human beings, we don't like to do that, do we? Especially as women, when we tend to be givers. We want to be able to support others. It comes naturally to us. So accountability, if you are saying you're going to do something, then you're much more likely to go and do it. And if you write those things down, so one of the things that I do within my mastermind on a weekly basis is I ask people to write what their 5 to 7 steps for success are that week. And it's really such a great way to get clarity on the intentional things that are actually going to make a difference to your business that week, to move that needle. And then at the end of the week, we have a check-in. How did you get on with that? What happened? So it avoids that sort of excuses that we tend to share with ourselves when we're working on our own. And of course, things happen, life happens, curveballs happen, and that's absolutely valid. But being in that safe space, knowing that you're not on your own to navigate through those things, is really, really key. And I think the other thing is that that you've got that consistency. So rather than kind of chopping and changing and getting different pieces of advice from different people, having that group of people who get your business, but also get you, and having that support there that you can ask those questions, that bounce board, is so, so powerful, because you continuously have that constant support, but you continuously take those steps forward to achieve the goals that you're looking for as well. So there you go. I've shared you 6 reasons why I don't think you should go it on alone. That's one of the reasons that I work with a coach. It's one of the reasons that I'm in a mastermind, because I want to be pushed. I want to, the more I learn, the more I can help you guys as well. So it's for me learning and developing and having those space with my peer group to be able to then share that knowledge to the people that I'm supporting as well. So really, really important that you're doing that, but also enable and has enabled me to evolve my business over the last kind of 9 years, where I've shifted things. And I've spent a lot of time this last year optimizing things, making sure that my systems are better, that I can deliver in the best possible way. And I've made decisions that might felt quite hard to some of my clients, but actually they've got more from it because I've made some changes to help them get more out of their businesses, whilst also enabling me to give more from my business. And that's really what's taken me from, earning the kind of, or going up and down on the income roller coaster and not feeling aligned, and, having that sort of worry, that constant worry about where clients are coming from, to then being in this position where consistent 5K months happen, to then being in that consistent 10K, those 6-figure business goals, and then having my 50K launch earlier this year. All of that comes and has come from all of these 6 things that I've been sharing with you. I probably wouldn't have set myself that goal of a 50K launch had someone not said to me, do you know what, you can go much bigger than what you are suggesting you think you can do. So it then meant that I worked backwards and created that strategy to be able to do that. So if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, I get it, I know that I need to work in a group of people, then send me a message, drop me a message with the word results, and let's have a chat and see how I can help you, but also what might be the best group for you, because it comes down to your values. It comes down to making sure that you are in the right space. And one of the things that with my mastermind is that it is application only to a certain extent. And I will only let certain types of people in there because I want to make sure that that dynamic is good and that everyone's thriving in there as well. So if you're interested, drop me the word results today and let's have a chat. Let's see what could work for you. But if you are ready to step up and smash your goals, it is about taking intentional action. It's about looking at how you can have that support network and making sure that you've got your pathways to success in order for you to do that. So hopefully today's episode has been super useful for you. I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for listening to the Healthy Business Podcast. I'm Sarah Cook and I will see you next week. Take care. Thanks for listening to the Healthy Business Podcast. To get your free checklist with 1-minute hacks to accelerate your business and find out more about our community, head to my website, sarahcookmarketing.com/healthy business.